Question. Who decided that we all need to be experts now? Yesterday, everyone's freaking out about AI taking jobs. Today, you're supposed to understand geopolitics, climate change, and oh, wait, by Friday, you're a superconductor engineer. Excuse me, I didn't sign up for this unpaid internship with the internet. And then you got Karen. Yeah, Karen from accounting coming in hot with her, well, actually, energy after reading just one Medium article. Girl, please, you still think ChatGPT is a Pokemon? Here's the deal. The world's crazy, everyone's talking, and most of them sound like a drunk uncle at Thanksgiving. But if you want to stay informed, sound smart, and maybe dunk on Karen once in a while, you need a system. I've got one. It's not fancy, not perfect, but it works. And no, it doesn't involve opening 37 tabs and crying into your coffee. Let's get into it. Step one, capture wisely. Stop treating content like a buffet. Rule number one, not every piece of content deserves your time. This isn't a golden corral buffet. You don't need to pile up TikToks, podcasts, articles, and that one infographic Karen reposted with zero fact checking. Here's what I do. I curate my feeds like I'm picking a dodgeball team. Only the best make the cut. Nerdy Twitter accounts? Drafted. Sharp newsletters? MVPs. Everything else left on the bench. For example, when ChatGPT dropped, I didn't read every think piece about the death of humanity. I skimmed 3 solid sources and kept it moving. Skim fast, commit slow. If it doesn't grab me in 30 seconds, it's dead to me. And no, Karen, that doesn't make me lazy. It makes me efficient. Step 2, digest strategically. Don't be that buzzword parrot. Let me guess. You've met the buzzword parrot. Person who repeats all the fancy terms they just Googled, hoping no one asks follow-up questions. Don't be that guy. I learned this the hard way. When I tried explaining blockchain to a friend, I was like, it's a decentralized ledger ensuring transparency. He said, cool, so how does it work? And I was like, next question. Here's what I do now. I break it down, explaining it to a toddler. Blockchain? Imagine everyone's got the same notebook, so no one can cheat. AI? It's like your phone, but smarter and sometimes dumber. If you can't explain it simply, you don't actually understand it. And if you can explain it with a joke, you're unstoppable. Because let's be real, nobody likes a know-it-all. They like a funny know-it-all. Step 3, analyze the bigger picture. Always follow the money. So now you've skimmed the headlines and you get it. Congrats, you're ahead of Karen. But let's take it up a notch. Here's my rule. Always follow the money. When everyone was hyped about renewable energy, I asked, cool, but who's actually cashing in? Turns out it wasn't just solar panel companies. It was battery manufacturers. The nerds making lithium storage tech? Those are the real MVPs. This is the part where you stop asking what's happening and start asking who's making bank. Because I guarantee someone is profiting while the rest of us are just nodding along to the headlines like sheep. And no, Karen, it's not you. You're still wondering why your Roth IRA isn't a dude named Roth. Step 4, apply the knowledge. Stop talking and start doing. Let me tell you a story. I once spent a week deep diving into AI automation. I was so hyped. I thought I was building the next Tesla. So I set up this fancy system to automate my emails, and guess what? It tanked. Harder than Karen's kale brownies at the office potluck. But here's the lesson. You don't actually know anything until you try to use it. Now, whenever I learn something, I test it. Whether it's pitching the idea, writing about it, or casually flexing it in conversation, I put it into play because nothing sharpens your understanding like actually doing the thing. Plus, if you can explain it confidently, people will believe anything. Seriously, I once convinced someone that quantum computing is basically just math on steroids, and they bought it. Step 5, share it publicly and prepare for the roast. Let me be real with you. Sharing your opinion online is like walking into a room full of drunk hecklers. Someone's going to roast you hard. But here's the thing. The feedback, whether it's a you're wrong comment or a full-on troll attack, is gold. It makes you sharper, faster, and better at defending your point. First time I posted about AI trends, someone hit me with a, actually, so aggressive, I thought they worked for the Oxford Dictionary. But guess what? It forced me to go back, dig deeper, and refine my argument. Now, I'm untouchable like a Wi-Fi signal in the middle of the woods. Sharing isn't about being perfect. It's about putting yourself out there and letting the internet do its worst. Because at the end of the day, you're still ahead of Karen, who's too scared to post anything but minion memes. Why this works and why you should try it. This system works because it's active. You're not just scrolling aimlessly. You're curating, digesting, analyzing, applying, and sharing. It's like CrossFit for your brain. Painful at first, but eventually you get jacked. If you want to learn faster, here's my advice. 1, stop reading everything. This isn't a marathon. 2, start asking better questions. Who's making money is already a winner. 3, don't be afraid to share. Worst case scenario, someone calls you out. Best case scenario, you look like a genius. Either way, you're still smarter than Karen. And honestly, that's the real goal. So that's the game plan. It's how I stay informed, dunk on bad takes, and occasionally drop knowledge bombs at dinner parties. Now it's your turn. What's your system for learning fast and sounding smarter than Karen? Drop it in the comments, and if it's good, I'll steal it. And if it's bad, well, at least you tried. Let's get smarter together, or at least fake it better than the rest of the internet.